Hey golf fans, this is early 1981 and welcome back to another episode of Meet the Designer. Tonight I am delighted to be accompanied by CA Hockey RW, which he's just told me a bit about his information on how he came up with that PSN name, but his designer name is CA Carpenter, and this is a course that we have covered on the channel previously, and I'm delighted to be getting a designer in on this one and talking us about this course. But welcome to the channel, CA. Thanks very much for stopping by.
Yeah, and thanks very much, Lee. I appreciate the invite. This is fantastic.
No, it's an absolute pleasure to have another talented designer on the course, mates, on the channel talking about your course. So, do you want to tell us a little bit about your course before we do tee off?
Yeah, I can give you a little summary. I think first off, I wanted to say hats off to, I don't know if you're familiar with Chad Golf, who proactively came up with the LIDAR program. Fantastic tool that allowed us to be able to do this. So a great job by him, just wanted to say that. And then I want to give a shout out to TRA Society, obviously in the title is TRA. It's a great band of brothers, so a good group to always play with.
That's fantastic.
So a little background.
Sorry to interrupt you there. Feel free to give these guys a shout out, because I do. You guys play True Sim Golf, don't you?
Yeah, definitely no aids. Took me about 3 months to get used to. Was totally lost at the beginning, but it's just much more immersive for this golf sim.
Yeah,
so.
and that's we are going to be playing True Sim Golf on here tonight, guys. We've actually set the wind speed to high, but obviously I've been playing recently with everything turned off bar the green grids. I am going one further tonight and turning the green grids off. CA set us that challenge because I think I shot a 15 or 16 under on this course review. So, and in my video he pulled up. He wasn't sure, like I suggested, did I have a good round or was the course easy? So he's asked me the two of us to play this. He'll be doing the same thing as well. Everything turned off, True Sim Golf, and we'll have a real challenge. But the course is CA Ballyowen, which is an RCR. I'll let you tell us briefly about your course, pal.
Yeah, so after I heard about this LIDAR, I got up to speed, and our course tester for TRA, his avatar is Flying Scotsman, and so I asked him for suggestions, and he wanted to start with his home course, which is Deer Park, just outside Edinburgh, but I couldn't find quality LIDAR, so I looked across courses in the U.S., and found in the top 50, I was looking for something unique, but not a household brand, and came across Ballyowen Golf Course or Golf Club, and did a little research. It seemed unique, seemed to hit all, check all the boxes, and so I dove in, and this is my first LIDAR design. The course itself, a little background, is based on an Irish Heathland style course. It opened in 1998. It is in the top 50. The course architect is Roger Rulewich, and he studied under Robert Trent Jones Sr., so there's a lot of signature items on the course from Trent Jones. And then in general for the play, it has very receptive fairways. Number of the greens can be challenging. It's a very open track, hardly any trees, but a ton of grass. So looking forward to playing with you, Lee.
Yeah, I'm looking really forward to playing this one, mate. It's going to be a real challenge for me with the green grids off because I rely heavily on these. But if we're ready, pal, we will ready up. We are playing off the black tees. I'll just show the viewers, which is playing 7,246 yards, and CA has recommended pin set number 4, which is the
I'm going to try to shoot under 100, Lee.
Well, this could go either way, mate. Like I say, if I get anywhere near under par here, I'm going to be delighted. I have actually played a few rounds in the past few days with the green grids turned off, but I'm not the greatest of reading the greens. But you've kind of answered my first question there. Your inspiration behind this course. So one of your guys from the TRA Society asked you to design his home course. You couldn't find it, so this was an alternative. One that you wanted fairly wasn't a household name. So we've answered that question, but it's great to get this insight from you designers. This is a beautiful looking course, by the way, guys. If you did miss the review in this, which was a couple of weeks ago, you are going to be absolutely stoked with the visual beauty of this course.
Yeah, and Lee, I don't know if you ever looked at the true course. It's about 7 minutes long. It's YouTube flyover of the true Ballyowen. Do you know Jeff and Dwayne who do TGC tours?
Yeah, I know of them. Yeah.
So Jeff was going back and forth, and I'll take it as a compliment. Somewhere on the back nine, he got mixed up and he couldn't tell which was YouTube and which was 2019.
Yeah, I did watch you've linked it to your course description on the TGA tours. I did watch that flyover, mate. I did watch that. So we are in hole 1 here, guys, which is a par 4, playing 389 yards, stroke index 14. So I'm gonna loft this drive.
Yeah, and the fairways tend to cradle the ball, so it's an interesting layout by the course architect.
Yeah, the fairways are very, very forgiving. I'm trying to just come up short of the green here, depending on the bounce we get. It's a favourable kick. We are just going to come up short of the green. With these green grids,
and Lee, we don't have turn order on, right?
No, mate. We keep the turn order off, mate, because the video would take about an hour and a half. We'll just see who goes ball.
Gotcha.
I don't think people would want to be watching me and you hack our way around the course for 3 hours.
I got you.
Try to get as close to these pins as possible here, guys. With a true sim version of this. Straight away, I'm struggling because I would look where the green's breaking. I'm just trying to get this up close. I think I've came up way short there. I have. Wow. Clearly on a severe slope. And this could be a triple bogey here. Watch this. Putting for birdie, but we are severely uphill. I just want to get this one close. I'm sure that's turning to the right. Just want to get this up near the cup. Oh, left that a few feet short, but we did manage to read the break.
All right, a little 6-foot putt here.
Well, 6-footer. I don't think there's much in this one.
Oh.
Do you manage to knock that in for a par after a pure flop shot?
I blistered my putt. So.
Yeah, mate. Honestly, this is going to be so much fun. I'm looking forward to it. This will be interesting to see what I shoot. I know I'll get nowhere near the 16 under from the course view with the green grids on. Looks like CA is going to knock this one in for his. I think it's a bogey. There he is.
Yeah, and putting's not my forte, Lee. So.
No, don't worry about it, mate. It's all about learning about your course and how you went about designing it. So hole number 2 is a par 4, playing 392 yards, stroke index 8.
Yeah, and I mean the LIDAR program combines the LIDAR data and then OpenStreetMaps outlining. And I met a gentleman on OSM that actually plays this course in real life. So he fed me back a bunch of tips, and he said if you're down in this ravine on the left, you never get your ball back. So it's a little easier on the game.
Yeah, I'm a Scotsman, mate. I would be going down that ravine to get my golf ball back. But yeah, it's great to get that kind of information. But this is a drivable par 4. I'm looking to loft my 2-wood up and attack this here. A combination of the wind.
Yeah, and the other thing with LIDAR, even though you combine the data and between LIDAR and OSM, it still requires a fair amount of work to pull it all together in the final phase. So
yeah, it's great information because you're actually the first designer I've had on the course that's speaking about LIDAR. So what's this OS? Is it OSN or OSM you're talking about for some of the guys that don't know? Maybe you could give us a bit of information on that.
Yeah, so OSM is OpenStreetMaps, and it's analogous to like Google Earth.
Yeah.
And so you go in there and you outline all the key elements like the T's and all that instead of doing it in 2019. and then essentially it combines the LIDAR data and the OSM data to crank out a 2019 course file, which you work from, in the final phase with that. So.
Yeah. Well, that's great information. I mean, how much easier do you think that LIDAR makes designers' lives on PC for designing RCRs? Is it saving you guys a lot of time?
Yeah, I mean, I've never done an RCR before, so this is the first one. But I would say, because it's bringing in all the topology, then you really don't have to do a lot of work in that area, and it's pretty true to what the terrain is. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it definitely makes it easier instead of just trying to recreate, from pictures, and then it becomes kind of subjective that it's the designer's interpretation then.
Yeah. Well, we can see straight away that I am struggling with these green grids. I don't know if this is a brutal green here, but I just cannot get the ball to go in the hole here. It keeps veering off.
Well, and it's pin 4 too, so.
Yeah. Wow. I am just touching that. Are you sure? Is there a yellow line in this one here, Gary? Are we on a yellow slope here? No, Gary, CA, sorry, mate.
No. And yeah, throughout the course, there's a fair amount of yellow and reds, but you got to blame that on the original course architect.
Well, I'm in for a 7 there, and I am 3 over after being on the green in 1. Okay, unbelievable. But we do move on to the first of the par 5s, which is playing 555 yards, stroke index 18. So did you intentionally make this hole the easiest one, Gary, when you set up? Was this hole meant to be playing the easiest hole on the course? CA,
no,
sorry, I keep
no.
calling you Gary. I've got Gary in the brain. It's CA. I do apologize.
No. I mean, I was in the time I put in, I kept it very faithful, and it's just interesting compared to the true course index, what the game index is.
Yes.
So no.
But
This I think is one of the longer par 5s too on the real course. So.
It's another fantastic looking hole. It really is. It's just a visually stunning course that it plays really well.
Yeah, and a little trivia, Lee. This is they found this land. It's a 250-acre plateau. So they were really happy to receive it. And if you see, there's hardly any trees. It gives you a very open feel and a lot of great views across the course.
It is a stunning looking course, mate, and like I say, it's a course I've never heard of prior to reviewing your course, mate. And like you say, you set out to recreate a course that's fairly not a household name, fairly unique, and I think it's a great course, and you've done a great job recreating this. But this is situated in Hamburg, New Jersey, is that right?
Yeah, correct. So this typically ranks either number 1 or number 2 in New Jersey, and trades positions with. I'm sure you're familiar with Pine Valley, right?
Oh yes, yeah, Pine Valley, yeah. That's a fantastic course, by the way. That's a notoriously difficult course.
Oh, a lot of sand traps.
Oh, I've left myself another test and birdie putt here.
All right, 12-footer here.
Well, 12-footer.
I'm coming down by you.
Yeah, I mean, some guys that have not played true sim golf where we're turning the green grids off. For me, like I say, I rely heavily on these green grids. Reading the greens is not my strong point, but it can only make me a better player by doing this. Is that going to turn? Oh, I've read that to perfection. I do get my first birdie of the round.
There we go.
Look at that, the two
a couple of yellow numbers.
Wow, fantastic. So we do move on to hole number 4, which is a par 3, playing 196 yards.
So keep that in mind as you go on to the tee.
Yeah, and as I was working on the design, Lee, I cranked up the green speed to 187, and when looking at the topology on all the greens, there was definitely 4 distinct pockets on each green, from their design. So.
Yeah. So how long did it take you to actually design this course, CA, from start to finish?
So it was 75 days, a total, I'd say a conservative estimate, 230 hours.
Wow.
So.
I mean, and that's with LIDAR. So how long do you reckon without the LIDAR tool this would have taken you?
Oh, I actually, Lee, I don't think you could actually recreate it with all the, the undulations in the fairways, the dips, the hills.
Yes.
It's gonna have to bite.
You could get it close, but I don't think you get it anywhere without Chad's program. So.
That's interesting to know, mate. But I know a lot of guys say, I'm not a fan of LIDAR. I think it's quite a debatable topic, but certainly the LIDAR courses I've played, I think it's absolutely fantastic. I really do, and I've really enjoyed playing them. Especially the RCRs.
One friend I was talking to on the West Coast, I hadn't talked to him in a while, and he kind of summarized LIDAR as cut and paste. But I don't think that's the case.
No. I mean, have you got a reply to that answer to put him in his place, or?
Well, no. I mean, yeah, he's a good guy, so I just leave it at that.
Yeah. So I managed to get him from a par there. Read the green fairly well there. It's safe to say I'm going to get nowhere near the 16 under from the course review with the green grids turned on. That's a certainty.
You never know on the back nine, right?
Yeah, mate.
You just tear it.
Pigs will fly, bud. Pigs will fly. Oh, unlucky. CA just burns the edge of the cup there. So how many hours have you played this, put into playing this course, or how many times have you played it, CA? I bet you've racked up a few rounds here, have you, after designing it?
Par 5.
Yeah, four or five times. Like I said before, I spend more time designing. Played a handful with buddies. One of my friends featured it in a 4-rounder for the society. So.
It's a course that's certainly going to bring you back, but this is a beautiful hole here, hole 5, par 5, playing 560 yards. Absolute stunning looking hole, this one. It really is.
Yeah, and what I did for like the pin setups, pin 1 is fairly easy, like an introduction. Pin 3 gives you some mixed putts, and 2 and 4 are a lot harder, for cut and final days. So.
Yeah. So, are the pin sets accurate to how? I'm not sure what tournaments would be hosted at this course, but is your pin placements accurate for tournaments like for your Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday pins, or have you just used your own initiative to set up the pin placements?
No, unfortunately, I couldn't find any information on that, so
right.
I just kind of used wisdom to, make them easy, make them challenging, and
yeah.
Nice.
I'm not sure we can reach the green here in 2. Probably just going to come up short. Definitely going to come up short. Looks like we could be leaving a flop shot. It looks like this is on a brutal slope here, this pin here. This is going to be tough.
yeah.
Certainly don't want to leave this one short. That is just going to come all the way back down that slope. So playing this one with a bit of caution here. Come on, get up. Get up, get up, get up. No, we didn't make it up. And that's just how difficult that is, guys, because we are with the lag. Look at that, that ball's coming all the way back down. And I'm now going to be in severe trouble. You don't want to be leaving yourself putts like this with no green grids.
Yeah, the other thing with the pin placements, Lee, is it's much better on your approach to be below the hole. So.
Yes. But great recovery there. Hopefully I can sink this from a par save. Disappointed not to be potentially picking. Oh, I got a flyer off the putter face there, guys. That has been happening to me a few times. I can assure you I didn't put as much power into that, and that's going to be an unnecessary bogey there, unfortunately. Oh, wow. Look at the bend in that. Oh, my ball's away down. Wow. It's off the green.
Uh-oh. You hit the crest.
Wow.
All right, let's drop this one in for the double bogey.
You didn't lie about the pin placement here, pal. This is absolutely brutal, by the way. I've now got an uphill putt. It's 3 feet up.
Yeah, pin 2 and 4 require a little more thinking and finesse and delicate putting. So.
Yeah, this isn't a course for the faint-hearted with the green grids turned off in this pin set, guys. I can assure you that. If you're not a true sim player, you're not wanting to go to delve into your first experience here with this course.
Yeah, and you know what? In real life too, I read that they don't recommend high handicappers coming to this course.
Is that right? Wow.
Yeah.
So there's a 9 for me, guys. I'm going to be honest. I think that's my first ever 9 on any golf club game. So there's a first on the channel. But we do move on to hole number 6, which is a long par 3, playing 235 yards, stroke index 2. Another fantastic looking hole, playing over the water here.
So this is the hole where I ran into a problem in the LIDAR, because typically the LIDAR data is taken with a camera at a certain time, certain angle. The OSM data is taken with a different camera, different time, different angle. So once you import the 2 data sets, you have to actually do like an XY registration to align them.
All right.
And either I could align the first hole or the 6th. I couldn't get both right. And so on this hole here, what you see, I had to completely rebuild this hole.
Right, okay. That's interesting.
And a little pain in the butt, but.
So what was the main reasoning behind that then, CA, that you had to do that? Was that just due to the LIDAR that you're talking about, that you couldn't get the right terrain, or?
Yeah, because you're moving the whole course, and so either the first hole, if I moved it toward the 6th, the first hole would drop down in the bunker. If I moved it toward where the green is supposed to be on 1, then this 6th hole would actually come down in the water. So I had to push this hole back completely.
Yeah, I totally get you. Yeah. Well, I am having a nightmare around here, guys. Just coming up short with everything. We are playing in high. Oh, Lee. There is another absolute flyer off the putter face there, guys. And that ball has went from about 4 feet to 10 feet past. Wow. This is certainly a course you want to go to respect, playing with pin set 4. Is that going to turn?
Yeah, I got my ball wet, so.
So Gary, you laid down the gauntlet, and two of us are hacking our way around this course at the moment, guys. I said to you at the start of the video, guys, there's no way I was going to shoot under par this hole, but this course, never mind this hole, I think I moved to 7, or it could be 8 over par, just from a couple of unforced errors. But enjoying the challenge here, I really, really am. You are on course to be the first designer to beat me here, CA, so hopefully,
no.
Hopefully you can take that trophy home with you after this round, because I am struggling through the first 6 holes here.
And some of our guys in the society with no age on pin 4 have shot under par, so it's kind of tournament level conditions.
Yeah, that's fantastic, but I have heard that a lot of guys go out. I'm not sure, you could maybe clear up the myth here. That I've been told that a few of the guys that play True Sim will turn on their green grids, have a few rounds there to take down notes, then go out with the green grids off and play it. Is that correct, or is some of them do that, or not, or is that just a select few you think would do that?
Not that I know of, and I know they actively police with, like, you know, they'll look at ghost plays, and you know, if they catch somebody, obviously skirting the rules, they'll give them a warning, and they catch them the second time, they'll ban them from the society, because it's all about fair competition. So
I won't reveal any names, but obviously I spoke to a guy because I was quite interested about True Sim, and he told me that it's quite a regular thing that guys will just create a separate account go out there and play it. Because obviously it's so easy to have two separate PlayStation accounts, you know, but like we say, that's defeating the purpose of what you guys are trying to achieve with a true sim. But it's something I'm certainly looking to get into, not competitively, but I'm certainly looking to be playing a few channels, a few courses on the channel with the true AIDS golf. Because as you can see, I'm
and it's typically playing for your personal best, and then you know when you play with the guys, it's camaraderie and it's just fun.
Yeah.
So.
And that's what you look for in a video game, mate. It's fun, especially golf games. And like you say, it's a game where you can have the opportunity to talk to your fellow guys who are doing the round with you, you know. So let's see if we can get this close to the pin. This slope's going to take us to the right. I'm convinced this wind will bring us back. Have we got the right club?
Yeah, when I was designing this, it felt like I planted over like 10,000 grasses. So.
And that shot there just sums up the brutality of these greens. That I must have landed at 1 point 10, 12 feet away from the pin. I'm now off the green. This is some.
Yeah, they did say in real life this is the toughest hole.
Yeah, it's so. How accurate are the green contours and slopes and breaks on this course, mate? Fairly accurate, would you say?
So actually, that's a great question, Lee, because once I imported the LIDAR, which is all the elevations, I didn't touch a single one. The only thing I changed was smoothing the golf cart paths.
Wow, that's fantastic. So we really are playing a
the real thing.
Yeah, true recreation of this course. It's fantastic. And I'm gonna have to start taking my time on some of these putts and give them the attention they deserve. I'm gonna have to stop being aggressive. Oh, that's another one.
Yeah, and Lee, you know, when I worked on the just the golf cart paths, smoothing those for all 18, that just took me a mere eight days.
Wow. I mean, I'm a way back down the slope here again, mate. I'm really struggling out here. I can't believe it.
That's okay. I when I played this last week in that 4-rounder at the Society, I shot a 10 here.
I'll be closer to a 20 here, mate. Oh, I thought I drained a 50-footer there. But
there you go.
It's the fact that I don't like here is I'm 5 feet from the cup. I'm tapping it, and it seems that if I'm a foot past the cup, that the ball's disappearing. It's quite penalising here, which, like you say, is the way the course has been designed. But we are 11 over here as we move on to hole number 8, and we do have a misty effect here, CA, in this hole. This is fantastic.
Yeah, I try to set the weather conditions to like an early morning round. You know, a little fog, some clouds, you know, up in the mountains. So it gives you a nice feel.
Yeah. It really is a beautiful looking course. I mean, is this a course that you would like to, it's on your bucket list to play in real life, or do you think one day you might get the chance to play this course?
Yeah, that would be cool. And you know what, I mean, it's a fun round because the drives aren't punishing. You know, obviously your approaches and putting, you know, you got to be careful, but it's just makes for an enjoyable round.
It does. I mean, like I say, mate, I am 11 over, which is an absolute first for me, and I must be a kind of cynical guy because I'm actually enjoying the challenge here. I know probably 80% of golfers that I know, mate, the PS4's switched off by now. I guarantee it. These guys would be raging by now, and the PS4 would be switched off. But like I say, I'm gonna try and bring this back. See if we can get down to single figures over par, but I very much doubt it. So we've got a pitch shot here. Is that going to check up? We do have a birdie opportunity here, a rare one.
Nice. 4 feet to the hole, you can do that.
Just left myself a little 4.
Yeah, a couple of the greens have, you know, because of the undulations, have backstops. So sometimes, you know, if you go a little long, you can get lucky and, you know, roll back toward the pin. So.
Yeah. Where, if the green grids was on, you've got the luxury of seeing that, and it's a shot you could try and execute, you know. But There we go. I do pick up my second birdie of the round and move back to 10 over par. So, oh, wow, what a putt that would have been, mate. Very unlucky. So,
Yeah, look at how far it runs off.
yeah, it's crazy, mate. So, how long have you been designing CA? How many years or
I think I picked up TGC2 about 2 years, year and a half ago, and then started in there because I really like the creative aspect. So.
Yeah. So you play this game more for the designing aspect than you do for playing the game. Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah. But like I said, we got kind of a band of brothers over at TRA. So on the weekends, it's always we play a lot of alt shot, which is just a lot of big blast.
Yeah, that is really good fun in this game. I mean, I think, is this your second course? Am I right in saying that?
Go ahead and drop this one into the
No, I got a bunch. If you look under my name here, I've got a whole bunch.
Yeah, sorry, I meant for your second course is being accepted on the TGC tours. Because Rolling Thunder Coastal CC was your other one that got accepted.
Yeah, which is essentially a fantasy or fictional course.
Ah, right.
But Lee, the same amount of effort and detail put in, that was about 150 hours.
Yeah, that's insane, mate. And like I say, this is why I wanted to do this series. I mean, and give something back to you designers and get your guys' thought process on things and just give you guys a bit of recognition, because the amount of hours you guys put into designing courses is just insane. Just so guys like me can go and hack my way around them, and have fun doing so.
Yeah, don't ask my girlfriend.
Yeah, I'm sure that's a sore point in the house, pal.
Yeah.
Right, so that slope's going to take us to the left. These high winds.
Did you get a chance to play Rolling Thunder?
I haven't, mate. No, like I say, I only found that out through my research when I found out the information you'd posted up about this, that you had another course accepted for the TGC2 tours. But I am aware that you do design on the PS4 as well. So what made you design? Was it just purely for the LIDAR tool that you opted to design this one on the PC and not the PS4?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, because that program is only offered on the PC, so I bought a second copy, and yeah.
Oh, you're close here. Let's drop it and move on to the next
golfing gods are not with me. That was a chip in for birdie there. We just
almost,
stopped 4 inches short. We're going to pick up the par though. I'm just getting used to playing the 2-sim here, guys, with the green grids turned off. Your putting's got to be a lot more tactical. You really can't be aggressive here.
Yeah, we're taking Lee into unknown territory.
You are, mate, but I tell you what, I'm really having fun doing this as we move on to hole number 10, which is another par 5, playing 541 yards, stroke index 17. And how about this for a hole, CA? This is absolutely majestic.
And you know what, Lee? I put about 4 subdivisions outside the course, so like you can kind of see it from the flyover, and you can also see it from the 11th green if you're putting and looking outside the course. So just to add a little ambience around the course too.
That's fantastic. We'll look out for that on the 11th tee, just to show the viewers what you're talking about. I would suggest we're playing on about 15 mile/hour winds here, which is making this experience a lot more difficult. But I love the fact that
if you hit a good one.
What's that? Sorry, CA, on you go, pal. You continue.
Oh, I was going to say, if you hit a good one here on the drive, you can catch the crossing cart path and get a few extra yards.
Exhibition shots.
Yeah. And they truly do have stakes in the middle of the fairway at the real course.
Yeah, so is that just yardage markers? Yeah, is that all they represent? Yeah.
Yeah, I think for direction and 150 yard, so something like that.
Well, like we say, you've clearly went to the finer details of putting these in. This could be a very good approach off it sits down. Is that going to hold the green? Wow, it just shows how difficult and how unforgiving these greens are.
Done on the green.
But I do have an eagle putt here for
Yeah,
16 feet.
I try to look at like the YouTube flyovers and then just a lot of photographs in the design phase to, you know, do the final tweaks to get it as close as possible.
Yeah. That eagle putt just misses out, but we are going to pick up our birdie.
Counting.
We do move back to single figures over par here, which was my main aim at 2 or 3 holes ago. Do pull it back a bit. But that is a fantastic hole, that one. That's one of my favourite holes on this course.
I'm struggling a little on this one.
No,
I'm a little behind you.
Don't worry, mate. Don't worry at all. We're just currently watching out for your ball on the green. That's a oh, it's in. Oh, wow. Very unlucky there. Very unlucky.
What do they say, Rob? 3 inches.
No golfing gods there at all, mate. That was like my chip shot in the previous hole. No golfing gods at all. So,
yeah.
We do move on.
So this next par 3 has a tri-level green with a ridge running down the middle. So if you get on the wrong side, you've got a hell of a putt coming back.
You're just filling me with fear here now, mate. I'm standing here trembling on the 11th. But what was it you were saying we could see from the 11th tee box, CA?
Well, actually, from the 11th green, if you look to the right, you'll see the subdivision out there. So I kind of recreated that.
So I'm on the 11th green. What's this? All the houses and things, yeah?
Yeah. It's
yes,
just a small subdivision.
Yeah. It's a really nice
on the
touch.
backside.
Really nice touch.
Yeah, you know, I had a little memory left over, so.
This wind is really
And
good.
then as part of Chad's program for the LIDAR, wherever there's water, his program won't put in water. It just puts in like a surface placeholder. So you end up deleting that and putting a water plane in, or a water paint in from the designer. And once I did that, it really kind of brought the course alive. It's here and back over at number 5.
I'm with you 100%. But maybe tell us a bit about Chad, because I've never known who designed the LIDAR program tool for you designers. So that's great to hear about that.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's a fantastic tool. He did it on his own, proactively, and yeah, I think it's a great boon. So.
And this next putt for par.
I missed my birdie putt terribly there, guys. But I just tapped that ball and it's went 5 feet past. So we've got this for the 5-footer for the par save.
We got a close one going, Lee.
Yeah, there's only 2 shots in this now. I think I was 12 over at one point, especially with that 9 on hole number 6. That was absolutely brutal. But we do move on to hole number 12, which is a short par 4, playing 352 yards.
Yeah, so not to scare the viewers away, if you want to dip your toes into this course, pin 1 is pretty easy. So.
Yeah, I mean, probably if you wanted to go the route of true sim golf in this course, like CA says, guys, I wouldn't recommend pin set number 4 for your first introduction. This certainly isn't my first introduction to true sim. I've played probably about 6-7 rounds with the green grids off. I'm not a good enough player, as you can see, to shoot low with the green grids off, but certainly enjoying the opportunity on this fantastic course. Just looking for this wind to really move me round to the left-hand side here. Hopefully we find this flat surface at this uphill fairway.
Yeah, I've never been in this bunker before, so this is a first.
A first for everything, mate, eh? We've had a few firsts on the channel. So how much sculpting did you have to do here, CA, with the use of LIDAR?
Probably. A lot of the work was, you know, obviously the plantings, because that doesn't come in automatically.
Yes.
And then every single sand trap you know, because you're outlining it in OpenStreetMap. So once you import it, it's not going to be perfect with the topology.
No.
And so I tweaked every single sand trap so that it matched the natural contours but stayed faithful to the course.
That's fantastic. So you've just basically tried to do this course as accurately as like the blueprints you're talking about that you got.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, if anybody watches the true YouTube flyover, you'll see they're pretty damn close.
Yeah, and I will link that into the video description, guys. So if you want to go and check out the link for that, it will really show you how accurate CA has gotten this course, because the first time I saw it, I was like, is this a flyover for the Golf Club 2019? And I actually realized, no, it's not. It's actually flyovers for the actual real course. So do you sketch or draw out your courses like on a bit of paper or a pad before you hit the designer mode, CA? Or do you just go in there and let your creative juices flow?
Yeah, in the past I just kind of winged it, but for the Rolling Thunder Coastal, I did draw up all 18 for the layout. Not the routing, just how I wanted each hole to play out.
Yeah,
and then I kind of fitted it together with the routing.
Yeah. So hole 13 is a fairly short par 4 here, playing 396 yards, but it is uphill. We've got very, very nice.
Yeah, a lot of multi-tier greens here too. So.
Yeah. Very unforgiving fairway here. I imagine with that wind we should be okay though. Just looking for the wind to take us round.
Great contact.
Oh, we got a tie ball game.
Oh, so we are both 8 overs. It's high handicappers. That's what we are here, mate.
Yeah.
So do you play golf in real life, CA, or?
Yeah, I was typically a bogey golfer. I shoot in the low 90s, so nothing to write home about, Lee.
Ah, it's fairly decent, mate. You know, I mean, what's your local course that you play?
Actually, when I was living in Chicago, I grew up by Medina, and
Wow.
in 1990, I got to go to the U.S. Open there. So.
Oh wow, that sounds fantastic, mate. Bet you enjoyed that.
Yeah, I went on Wednesday, which is practice round.
Yeah.
And I got to follow. Who was paired together was Nicholas and Woods.
Wow.
They had a huge crowd.
2 golfing legends. Now.
And it's a beautiful place. A lot of trees.
Yes. This looks like it's breaking both ways here, guys. I'm just going to favour the right edge. At least it is uphill. The left edge, sorry. Is that going to turn back? Nope. Broke to the left. So, there you go, guys. I really struggle to read the greens. But this is certainly going to help my golf game improve as we do tap that in for the par.
Hey, Lee, we need at least one chip in before the end of the round.
Yeah, mate, the both of us have came inches away from it. We've been close, but with no cigar. So, hole number 14, another fantastic looking hole. It is a par 4, playing 466 yards.
So, like I said, I started a year and a half, 2 years ago, and after I published course, after 3 months, it would have about 50 plays. And I know you had remarked about that, so that's why you do this. So Ballyowen is my fastest, it got the fastest traction ever. And after just 1 week of publishing, it had 1,000 plays.
Yeah, that's fantastic, mate. I mean, and it certainly deserves that. And like I say, I keep saying it, you guys deserve the recognition. I mean, I know guys, and this is why I try to cover as many designers as possible. I'm not like other channels where they'll just stick to the same 6 or 7 guys, the big names. I try to cover as many guys because I know guys who'll spend 200 hours on a course and go and get 15 plays, and they're like, I ain't doing that again for 15 plays, and that's understandable. It really, really is.
Yeah. I mean, I do it for my own love of creativity. So, if it gets recognition, it's frosting on the cake. So.
Yeah. Well, I'm really in between clubs here, I do believe, but that is a huge kick that I'm going to get off this slope that I'm looking to play on. I'm sure the ball's going to move to the left off this slope. Relying on this wind to take me round. Oh, it's taking me round more. I think I must have pushed that. Clearly must have pushed that shot there. We are just in the light rough. So, CA, is there any other designers out there who you really look up to and admire for their work?
Oh, there was, you know, the course that just came up recently, the Sophia?
Lake Sophia, yeah.
Yeah, he did a great job. I don't know who the designer is, but a lot of respect.
We covered that course on the channel here, and that is one fantastic course. That is Sindri Rev who designed that course, and it is absolutely majestic course. He designed that on the PS4. I mean, that's one of the
did he? Okay.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I couldn't speak highly enough of it, and it's for the latest CC competition hosted by TGC Tours. And if that doesn't win it, I'm very, very surprised. But there is a few other courses in the mix.
Yeah, and it's obviously really put a ton of work into it.
Oh yes, mate. He put his heart and soul into that one. I missed the birdie putt there. Oh no, this is for a bogey actually. Missed the par putt there.
I think par, yeah.
So we both move to +9 here, guys, as we move on to hole number 15, which is the hardest hole in the course, and it is a par 3 playing 226 yards. But why, once again, a fantastic looking hole. Water in play on the left, trio of bunkers protecting this very, very tough pin position here, CA.
Yeah, and like, you know, like I said before, Lee, on the approaches, if you can dial it into that particular pocket, you know, you'll have a decent putt. But then, if it's not, it'll take you to a whole different area on the green.
Yeah. I mean, we're really in between clubs here at the moment. I'm just lofting this 5-iron up. But normally I'd really study the green grid and try and see where to land the ball, but we don't have that luxury with the green grid turned off. I've just had a bit too much club there. I'm going to have a nasty dive.
Yeah, I caught a little of the backstop, so.
I'm sure this is breaking hard right. 36 feet out, 36 inches down. This is going to be a tricky putt. I think it's breaking both ways here. Certainly breaking more to the right, I would suggest. And it's probably got another bogey written all over it here, to be honest. Just want to get this over that slope and should turn back, is it? No, that just stayed hard right. So misread green there from me. I'm going to have probably about a 25-foot putt just for the par. 13 feet actually.
Yeah, and that's one of the things about being above the pin here, especially on 2 and 4.
What I see from on this pin location here, CA, is there's very little reward for playing good shots into the green, unfortunately. From my experience, not that I've had many good shots, but it seems like it's very, very hard to get close to the pin here.
I'll tell Roger Rulewich, the designer.
You tell him early says his course is not rewarding enough on pin set number 4.
Lee is not happy with you.
But we do move on to hole number 16, which is a medium length par 4, playing 456 yards. And there's a car pass.
This is uphill, and this has one of the longest greens front to back, so multi-tiered.
Wow. So there's a cart path you were talking about, CA. Your beloved cart path.
Yeah. A little over a week of just grinding through that, Lee.
It took you a week just to do the cart paths.
Yeah, 8 days. Because every time you smooth, it takes about 5 seconds every time.
It's
you know,
slow.
and you do you do a couple feet at a time. So to do the whole course,
it's painstakingly slow, mate, and I don't have the patience to be a designer. I've set foot in the designer mode, but I wouldn't know where to start, and that's why I've got so much respect for you guys doing what you do. So
yeah, I'd say a big key is just patience.
yeah, patience is a virtue, mate. It's definitely something I'm definitely short on. I think I'm gonna have to deal off this 8-iron here a touch. Come on, wind. Come on, wind. Bring me back. Are we going to get a bounce here? Oh, no. Just missed the pins to the right. In the light rough. This green certainly looks like it breaks to the left here. This is nasty. That should run out. Oh, that checked up instantly. I didn't expect to get that amount of check up out the light rough, but we'll take it. This is a testing 4-footer, I know it is. See, knees missed. Not today.
Oh, there you go.
So we do drop that for our par though, as we're watching CA sink his par putt, hopefully. Fantastic.
Whoa.
Red.
Just barely.
Ah, that was in as soon as it left the club face there. So, CA, final question really. What is your favourite cheese? I know it's non-golf related, but it's one of the questions the community wanted to ask.
Like I mentioned earlier, Lee, I'm a big wine drinker. Love Bordeaux's, but what I find has great flavor. It's called Irish Dubliner cheese.
All right, okay. And is that a cheddar?
So I guess it's a form of cheddar.
Yeah. So
but yeah, I really love that one.
CA is an Irish cheddar man. So we do move on to this par 5, 534 yards. Looks like the wind's going to take us round. Hoping just to find center of the fairway here. Beautiful scenic views.
Yeah, there's a small throat there on the drive. So
very winding and sloping fairway there. We do kick forward and left. And the two of us should convincingly reach this in 2. It is uphill. I'm just going to deal off this 8-iron a touch. Come on, wind. Bring me round. Oh, could be half decent here if this sits. That should come back down this little slope. No, it's working away from it. 2 decent. Oh no, we have found that slope. So 2 decent approach shots there. 2 decent approach shots there from the 2 of us. 2 of us do have eagle opportunities here. Mine's from 9 feet out. I'm convinced this is just turning slightly right here. Certainly don't want to put this speeding by. Oh, we read it turned to the right, but just not enough, and maybe lacked a little bit of pace there. We do have a simple tap in for birdie. Hopefully CA can drop his for his birdie, or we could be going down to 18th with a tied game here, guys. Oh,
too hard.
He's put it a wee bit past. And I tell you what, this is no give me here, CA. We could have a 2-shot swing here. Hopefully he sinks that.
Yeah, this is no...
Hopefully
no
you
easy
sink
one
this, mate. We're
back.
going down this 18th, both at 9 over. What a nail biter that would be. Yeah, so here we go, guys. We do step foot onto the 18th hole, both at 9 over par. Final hole of this truly fantastic RCR Ballyowen GC.
Yeah, this gives you a really good view of the clubhouse and coming in the overall course. And And just trivia, this is the longest green. It's 3 tiers, downhill back to front.
Yeah, severely plateau green here. But what a beautiful
Makes a
finish.
great closing view.
It is, mate. It's a fantastic closing hole. And how accurate is that building to the clubhouse, CA? Is it fairly accurate or just...
The location and size, you know, but you don't have the exact same assets to work with, so.
Right.
And the one in front of it that's a lower elevation is their dining hall. So.
Wow.
And that was a
Two of us look like we're taking on the same approach shot here. No idea what kind of kick we're going to get here off the fairway. It's nice. So it looks like the two of us are going to have an approach shot into this green from the fairway.
Yeah, you definitely want to be on the right tier.
This is playing 100. I'm just going to deal off this 2 touches, tiny touches. Like CA says, you want to be in the top tier here. Not sure if CA is playing safe there and leaving himself a chip shot or what.
Yeah, this is gonna be ugly, Lee.
Is that going to bite and come back off this slope? We could have played a really good shot here. We have played a fantastic approach shot there. Going to have about a 10 to 12 foot putt for the birdie. 11 footer. It is uphill. Let's see if we can actually read a green. I don't think there's much movement in this one.
Yeah. There was no hope from where I was at. Like I said, you don't want to be above them.
It just turned off to the left. I did expect it would turn to the left, but not as much as that. And we do sink that for a par, and a 9 over par, guys. I think that's my highest ever round on any of the golf club franchise games. But I had serious fun playing that. I think CA's got this for his par.
No, that was it.
Oh, that was it. So wow, guys, my record is still intact. How on earth it is after shooting a 9 over, but I'm sure the majority of you TGC fans appreciate how difficult it is to play this course with the green grids off. But thank you very much, CA, for taking part on the channel for Meet the Designer series. Once again, we're fortunate to have informative, intelligent, creative designers out there creating courses for the likes of me to hack their way around.
Yeah, I want to say thanks again, Lee, for having me on. It was a pleasure, and we had a great round. So
do you know what, mate? Like I said to you at the start of the video, the score's not important. What is important is we got to meet yourself, a very talented designer, and we got your thought process behind designing a course along with some other questions. So thank you very much for that. But that is it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please spam the like button. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, take care, peace out, and love you all. Bye.